Okay, there we go. Oh, well, welcome back. Um, I had to recap myself. Remember what all happened. Um, but after some rough encounters in Pus, you guys took the Chancellor's advice and teleported to Napsa, where you met her long.
Oh, my pizza rolls! Sorry.
Yes.
Hold on a second. Oh, that's a mess. Go ahead.
Oh, good God.
Her long adventuring companion of Zeno Rustina, where you spent the night there at his estate. It's pretty well done estate. Several of you spent some time at his bar, where some spectral images served you. Valoran stayed up and learned what she could from Zeno. The night passed with a pretty nice, decent sleep. And you guys awake in the morning, feeling very well rested. I have to actually make sure I rested you guys.
I look rested.
Well, you're double rested now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You remember that the relic that you're seeking is to the north. Here, I could probably show you a map. To the north, near a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Near a lake.
All right.
Oh, and he's yeah. I forget. Did Valorant stay up all night?
Yeah.
Okay, then he is still outside.
Yeah, I'm real tired.
Rest of you wake up in your rooms, feeling rather relaxed.
I'm going to come out to the place. Why am I targeting Korak?
Oh, you may or may not have been testing his armor in your sleep.
Oh, neat.
Good news, it's working good. You come out. You notice the two spectral spirits. One seems to be cleaning. The other one is behind the bar.
I didn't notice that last night. That's odd. I'm going to eye it suspiciously, but then I'm going to sit down at the table. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to just kind of kneel in this corner and pray to Pelor for guidance or,
A girlfriend?
standard stuff. A girlfriend.
Hey, Paylor, how you doing? Doing good?
Can you hear me, Pelor? It's
That's
me,
my-
Derek.
Actually, Abe, I only did 4. I only did 4 hours worth.
Well then you can be sleeping.
No, I'm sorry. I did 400 and it's only 50 gold an hour. So, yeah, I did a full 8 hours.
He's gonna pat you on your side and say,
Not on her backside, I hope.
like, good game. And then
She's not into that.
uses his staff.
think
He
so.
looks pretty exhausted. And he is gonna sit down at this table here. That same spectral kind of comes up. Some food appears, and then it floats away.
Awesome. I bet you have lots of stories about using Liam and Tiny Hut. It is literally one of my favorite spells ever.
You know that look that people have when they haven't had any coffee all day?
Yep. Or all night.
Yep. But he smiles warmly to you.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
There he is,
Yeah, I think I pick it up.
smiling warmly.
I mean, it's not an insulting look. He does not
He's
seem
tired.
used to staying up all night anymore.
Sure.
Ugh, almost burnt.
She
These
just
pizza
kind of
rolls have
like
been a roller coaster.
gives him a smile and says, I'm just gonna let you yeah. Thanks for everything. And then she runs over here.
You hear a good work kind of echo behind you.
Good work, good work, good work.
I'm just gonna let you. You need some you time. And then she runs in here.
I hope you did that like back take a little
Yeah,
bit.
totally.
Came back through the
100%.
door. Okay, good, solid.
Barrick is up like super early too, like crack of dawn.
Is he up on stage right now?
He's up on stage praying.
Yeah. So she's actually so he's the first one she sees. She's gonna walk up to him and just stand there for a while. And when he doesn't respond immediately, she's just going to lean forward and says, "I'm going to be really old and awesome someday."
I'm in the middle of something, Valorant. Can it wait? Barrick's gonna open his eyes.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? Old and awesome?
No, you go ahead. I'm fine. It can wait.
Barrick's gonna look at her and just kind of chuckle, and then he's gonna go back to his prayers.
How old do you think he is?
Barrick's gonna open his eyes again. I assume you're talking about Zeno.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think that he's beyond the age he looks?
I mean, I don't know. He's an elf and he's like crazy powerful.
That's good evidence that he may have a longer lifespan than most others.
I'm sorry, I
Oh.
interrupted you. You should get back to doing your squats.
You know what? It's okay. I'm done. Barrick's gonna stand up. How about something to eat? Come, let's sit.
Okay.
So, what did you learn from this Zeno?
So I learned that if you want to, you can actually have two colors in your Liamon's tiny hut.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And
Barrick's gonna kind of indicate, but in a confused kind of way, to the specter.
Yep. It just hovers over and kind of looks at you.
I'm not really sure how to do this. Barrick's gonna kind of look through it. Food, please.
It kind of hovers off for a moment.
Mm.
After a couple minutes, it hovers back, and it's a nice plate of some eggs. Looks to be fresh bacon, and some vegetables.
Barrick's gonna look confused but thankful. And he's gonna say, "Thank you." Does it give
If
any
it
kind of
had a
reaction?
face, it would
Okay.
probably be smiling, but it just floats away.
It's just a faceless. What are those?
oh, those, I'm pretty sure, I didn't really ask him, but I'm pretty sure those are from a really high level spell, kind of like my hut, but imagine like way bigger, plus it comes with like ghost slaves.
Slaves?
Yeah, but ghosts. I mean, I'm really dumbing it down, but yeah, basically.
Held against their will. I don't know if I like that.
I don't think they're intelligent. They're really just constructs of magic.
There's a door slam, and you guys kind of see Calliope, who may or may not have drank too much, just kind of flop down at this table for a moment.
Bear's going to like excitedly beckon her toward them.
She gets a little irritated, but eventually comes back and kind of lays her head onto her arm. She's coherent.
Mhm.
Good morning, Calliope.
Mm.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I've got a lot of good stuff here. She's gonna snap her fingers, and the ghost is gonna waft over some food.
Barrick's gonna smile politely, but he doesn't understand what she means.
Valoran gives him like the swig gesture.
Oh, well, perhaps I can help with that.
You
May I?
drink?
I'm gonna hover my hand over her shoulder, give her the old hover hand. I'm gonna go, may I?
Mm.
I'm gonna lay on hands. I'm gonna spend 5 to cure her poison. What is drunkenness?
Calliope, that didn't sound like consent. Consent should be continuous and enthusiastic.
Yay! She says.
I think I heard a yes in there.
She does look better. She looks a lot better. Correct. What you doing down there?
Brooding.
As one does, standing out in the courtyard, just staring into the sky.
That's right. Yeah, so I took absorb elements, protection from good and evil, locate object. That's a fun new one.
Is she just like listing all these things that she
and
learned
knock.
to me?
Yep.
Okay.
She's flipping through her magical spell book, which, by the way, she can do with her brain. So really, she's just staring at a book and the pages are flipping.
It's not, unsettling at all.
Bear's gonna just kind of watch her bemused a little bit, and he's gonna say, "Those sound like they'll be useful."
Yeah. And I have arcane lock, in case you really want to lock something permanently. Like, I don't know.
Valoran, have you
Door?
slept at all?
Or a chest? Or a chastity belt?
Valoran,
Yes.
you look a little bit tired.
You look. She passes out on the table.
Okay. I'm gonna beckon the thing over again. The spirit thing.
That one's cleaning. All right, this one will come over.
Okay. Can I get a blanket for my friend here? I'm gonna indicate Valoran.
It kind of vanishes for a moment, and then reappears with some kind of comforter. It looks nice.
So, I'm going to turn to Calliope. This relic we're seeking here. Where do we need to head next?
I mean, we could talk to people. We find out what this town is like. Said it's quiet.
I wonder if he has any more insights about the people in this village.
She's just gonna turn and look at him.
I get your meaning. I'll go talk to him. I'm going to go over and sit down next to him.
He sighs, but he's it's warm, it's welcoming. He just seems exhausted.
Greetings, Zeno. I wish to thank you on behalf of our company for your hospitality.
It's a mere trifle. It's nice to have company in such a large estate. So I thank you. It's not often I meet adventurers like yourself.
You weren't talking this whole time, were you, Chris?
Oh,
I had a huge speech.
I was
10
standing in the
minutes.
courtyard, speaking valiantly. I'm going to say the accommodations were more than adequate.
oh, well, thank you. I'm sure the Chancellor told you that we did quite well in our youth, so, I settled down in a nice quiet town, and I live off in the outskirts with, my oddities.
Sounds well earned. Speaking of the Chancellor, I don't suppose she told you why we're here.
Well, she did say it was of great importance. Mentioned something of some item or something buried in the sunken city of old. But other than that, she has not said much.
I don't wish to be rude, but it's probably best if we leave it as vague as that. The town nearby. What's the town? Is Napsa?
Napsa.
Is that what it is? Napsa. Napsa.
Napsta.
You said it's a Napsta. That was how you downloaded illegal music.
No,
Aw,
Napsa.
R.I.P. Napsta.
Napsa.
Or some for your homies. Napsa. You said it's a quiet town. Can you tell me any more about it?
Oh, yeah. Mostly farming. Very quiet. Um, it kind of offsets in the mountains. Yeah,
You're
not
painting a
many
very vivid
things.
picture for me.
I know, right? Not many things seem to happen in the town. There's some, one or two shops. There's the Polara. She runs the general store. Not like you would see in Puss, mind you, but it's still got a lot of good things. Then we've got the Farrier in town, but mostly farming and herding. Um, it's not like not like the big cities.
And the farrier. He
Mhm.
takes you from Napsa to Porvy, I assume.
No. That would be like a transporter. This is more
That's
of
true. It's just a ferry over the river.
no, more like Farrier who builds things out of metal. Mostly
Out of ferrous material.
That kind of
Yeah,
farrier.
yeah, but you got there and he kind of slaps you on your back.
Wow, are all mages condescending?
Most of them are. This one is.
Ben, no, it is not locked.
So somebody that drives a ferry is a ferryman, right?
Fairy person.
He puts his fork down. He kind of folds his hands together.
I'm sorry, did I insult you somehow?
Yes, that would be a ferryman. A farrier works with horseshoes mostly, but this one I have to say, Quinn Zuman.
I'm sorry.
He's quite odd.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Why can't you just call him a blacksmith?
But he works with the blacksmith in town. Is that better?
Honestly, it sounds just a little pretentious to call him a farrier because he works with ferrous metals. Like that's a common term that people know.
I mean, was there something you needed?
Eric with morning prayers.
Eric looks a little bit irritated, as though his morning routine has been disrupted somehow. Anyway, do you know anything about? Let me recall what they're called. The manly men. No, fearless men.
I like the manly men better. That sounded good. If you're recalling the Fearless Sons, I know a little. Yes.
Fearless sons. Aye. What can you tell me about them?
Well, it was, and he kind of scratches his head for a moment, kind of almost like he's recalling. To be honest, it was a party very similar to yours. They were searching for something that could destroy an evil of sorts. To be honest, I think it's foolish, but to each their own. There were several. Shut up, Buck. There was a cleric and a paladin. Well, quite frankly, the makeup was similar to yours, but they were last seen and heard from outside of the castle of Gwen. And he thinks for a moment, and then he spits on his own floor. The ghost kind of comes over and cleans it up. That was I don't know, 500 years ago, I think. 400, maybe?
Hey, remind me, the guy in the bar, in Tomcat's bar, he said the hooded figures he thought was one of them?
Yeah, it reminded him of Battle Axe.
Reminded him of Battle Axe, okay. Battle Axe.
Yeah.
First
A
name
fighter
Battle,
who left.
last name Axe.
Yes.
Fighter from FISA.
Middle name, period.
Interesting. 500 years, you say?
Give or take. It was after the Chancellor and I had come. So
Told you he's old.
And they were trying to destroy a...
I don't know, some evil. What do hooligans like yourselves do?
Yes, some evil. What else do I ask this guy?
Nororis, don't leave. You can stay.
Nararish. That's not what I wanted. Where's my notes?
The ghost kind of cleaned up and moved on.
What's our big bad guy's name again?
Miravas.
Miravas.
Okay. What does the name Miravas mean to you, Zeno? I had that written down.
Only rumors that perhaps he is the one causing the plague that seems to be terrorizing Caesar. Rumor has it Caesar has become, well, not a place that I would venture anymore. Though I don't venture very often at all, to be honest. I could just simply go into town, but no, Miravas is, well, it's an evil, well, that seems to be quite old, to be honest.
As old as the Fearless Sons?
Older.
Interesting. Well, Barrick's going to kind of push his chair back from the table. Thank you for your time, Zito. I'll leave you to... I'm going to indicate his breakfast or whatever that's on the table. You look tired. You should get some rest.
Yes, I should do that. In fact, if there's anything you need of me, simply ask one of my servants. I think I will retire. It was a very eventful, long evening. And he kind of gets up and starts to walk towards the rooms.
I'm going to walk over to Korak and say, we should make for Napsa soon. It seems that Valoran needs some rest. We should give her about maybe...
No, I'm up.
How did you hear me from way over here? All right, then. Gather your things. Prepare what you need to. Eat if you have to. Or you should eat. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Eat. We'll meet in the courtyard when everybody's ready and head to Napsa.
Oh no.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to put some fruit in my pockets.
Did you notice that you were covered up by a nice comfy blanket?
Yeah, I'm going to try to put some fruits in the blanket.
Make a knapsack hobo style.
I mean, you've made a very big kind of bundle,
Mm-hmm.
but you've successfully, put several fruits in there.
I'm just not very sneaky about it.
No. Calliope kind of mumbles.
When we went through the portal, we didn't bring our horses with us, huh?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna ask it.
I wonder
Speaking
if
of
we could
which,
borrow some.
Frederick, what are you doing?
Well, you know what I'm doing.
Well, it involves you, a ghost, and a horse.
Yeah, that horse is staring at you.
GM is always watching.
Very
GM is always
reluctantly.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Can I learn about this horse?
You're gonna do a natural 20.
That horse is up to some shit.
This horse, it's the one you're currently looking at. There was several colors in there. This one is all black. It is a very muscular horse, and it's kind of it's glaring down at you at the moment. And you've been staring at him for quite some time. And after a while, the horse kind of lowers its head, as almost to show the dominance that you've shown over
the horse
him.
The horse is like, "Sup, bro? You even lift?"
Oh, so it's showing me that I'm dominant over it.
Yep.
Is that correct? Okay. I'm satisfied by that. I'll go wander out to the courtyard.
I do believe Frederick is in the stables dominating horses.
Not again.
Oh, we need horses? A good place to go get horses is the Farrier. Or at least horseshoes.
Barrick's gonna look kind of pissed off.
At the very least, they know who has horses.
Fine, let's go. Looks like we're walking.
Or she pulls out coconuts.
Or
She hands him the coconuts. I'm riding.
Very well. Let's be off.
I'm gonna make this.
Bravely went Sir Barrick.
There we go. So as you guys leave the estate, you especially it being about after the talking, about 9 o'clock in the morning. And you look out. It's a beautiful day. The estate itself is surrounded by a very luscious open field. You see a couple more of those ghostly figures kind of off. Looks like they're tending crop and whatnot. South of the actual estate looks like several small houses and homes. And then the center of the town seems to be kind of this area. You can make out some smoke. It looks like, it's very black, coal-based smoke coming from this area over here. You think that could be the area where the blacksmith is. And yeah, where you guys want to go? You guys want to words? You guys want to head to the Farrier? Is that the game plan?
I'd like to head to the blacksmith.
So, what does the Farrier know about
Farrier knows
Quinn Zuman?
Yeah, Quinn Zuman doesn't know anything. He just was trying to answer some questions as he was being assaulted with words.
Right. He never actually finished his thought about Quinn Zuman. Nice.
Kind of stormed off. He said something about he's a very interesting fellow and has interesting taste. But that was it.
Sounds kinky.
So you guys want to go check out Quinn Zuman?
Yeah, let's go check him out. Let's go check out this Farrier.
What are we doing here? What's the plan?
All right. So you guys, coconut your way to the main street, which seems to be this one. It's a kind of weathered path. It's not paved. It just seems to be kind of stamped down by horses. There's some ruts in the road and whatnot. And you kind of make your way
Valor,
through town.
I didn't tell Zeno about what we were looking for. I was being cool.
She gives him an exaggerated wink. You're always cool, Barrick.
Thank you. Barrick looks actually like really happy about that compliment.
Oh man! As you guys walk into town, you notice a couple of folks seem to be simply dressed, mostly elven. A couple of humans. You see a gnome kind of walking past you. After some ways, you do find yourself to what looks to be several stalls, working kind of workshop, a nice big coal fire burning, and an old man, kind of working in the background. You would imagine this was where the smoke was coming from, as well as this could very well be Quinn Zuman.
Quinn Zuman the Farrier, I assume.
Oh yeah, that's me. What do you need? I run a nice little shop here. Are you looking for something?
Isn't that chest heavy?
No, it's where I keep my stuff.
Got some beefy forearms. He can.
He does have some goofy forearms. Got like
Valor
top
just
high forearms.
looks at Korak and says, "This is your bag, dude."
Oh, if you're looking for bags, you should probably talk to Horlara. She runs the shop.
What about horses? Do you know where we can get some good horses?
I mean, I probably could sell you some if you wanted them.
Do it.
They're not good horses. Mostly plowing.
I mean, a horse is a horse, right?
We should be able to get them for cheap then.
We are heroes.
Oh, okay. So you want to look at my horses and not talk about what I make?
I want to look at the horses.
I mean, they're around back.
Frederick really likes horses.
He's gonna look at all the horses.
Only
Yeah,
the
this is
passive,
getting a
only
little
the
weird.
passive ones.
Do any of the horses look aggressive, Abe?
Make a
Time to put them in their place.
make an animal handling check.
Just gonna punch one of them in the face.
You're mine now. Mine.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of look over. There's a odd handful. One is definitely not a horse; it's a mule.
Nice try.
The other three,
Quinn Zuman.
they're
Farrier.
horses, but they're definitely old horses. You would imagine they seem to be kind of farming horses, not necessarily like riding. And I mean, they seem well taken care of, but they also seem rather old.
I'm gonna say, guys, there were a lot better horses at that estate. Did anybody see if we could have bought them off that person?
I think they're pretty good horses, especially that small one. It seems pretty quick.
You have a pretty good feeling he's talking about that mule.
I'm gonna go stare at the mule.
Barrick's gonna kind of scratch the back of his head. Looking
Everyone has their
awkward.
strengths. Everyone has
Oh,
their strengths.
Do you want to see my strength?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not horses.
He's gonna pull off his big chest on the back, and he's gonna kind of open it up, and he's gonna go, "I make arrows. It's what I do."
I'm actually pretty good with a bow.
Oh, okay. What do you like? And he kind of looks at you.
I mean, I don't really like the bow, but
Oh,
I'm good at it.
okay. I mean, oh,
I'm sure they're nice.
no, it's fine.
I think you hurt his feelings, Valerie.
So no one wants
She
to
shrugs.
look at my arrows.
What kind of arrows you got, Quinn Zuman? Let's see.
Oh my god, okay. So I've got the regular kind. They just go "Pwing!" And then I got ones that go, and they go through water.
I'm gonna while he's talking to Korak, I'm gonna pull Valoran to the side a little bit. I'm gonna whisper to her. Did Zeno give you any kind of indication of what information we can find in this place?
Dude,
About the relic.
I thought that's what you were going to talk to him about this morning.
I got distracted by asking him about the funds.
Correct. He's continually pulling out arrows of this chest, and he's like, "This one's called a rope arrow. Guess what it does?"
Oh my God.
Barrick's gonna look back at him and then look back at Valoran. Highly doubt that this individual knows anything about the relic.
Relic? I just know about arrows. This one does smoke. Want to see? And he's gonna pull out an arrow, and he's gonna kind of shoot it, and where it hits. There's an immediate and you look at the house where he kind of shot it, and there's several arrows in it, which is a little odd. But then from the arrow itself, a very dense fog seems to radiate for a while from the arrow itself.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
I'm gonna look at it for a second and then go,
I make arrows. My horses are okay, though, if you want to buy them.
Korak will put his hand on Quinzuman's shoulder and be like, man, that's really cool.
I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna walk over and say, I apologize, Quinzuman, for interrupting. But if your specialty is arrows, why not call yourself a Fletcher?
Fletcher, that's maybe what I meant. Well, Farrier sounds cool, too. It's like when you ferry people over the water, but I shoot arrows.
Barrick's gonna push a hand on his shoulder.
So now there's Cork's hand on one shoulder and Barrick's hand on the other.
It really doesn't, Fred. It really doesn't.
You guys are really nice. I like talking to you. I have more arrows. You want to see them?
Barrick's gonna kind of
Gods.
just walk away. And what was the shopkeeper's name? Hernan?
Laura?
Halora? I knew that.
Or Halora. I don't know. I read it so long.
Perhaps
Halora.
we should speak to this Halora instead.
You guys also notice that Frederick is nowhere to be seen at this point.
Nice. You just needed a minute with the horses.
He's dominating the donkey.
And then Quinzuman is going to pull out one last arrow, and on the end of it seem to be strapped several large kind of cylinders, and they all seem to have a kind of a rope coming out of them that goes to the very end where the feathers are. He goes, and this one's my favorite. It explodes. So you guys want to buy some arrows?
Korak will be like, well, it sounds like you're pretty creative with this process, but you might need a little help testing them so you could come up with even newer and fancier designs. How about I help you out,
Correct.
test out some of those arrows?
Would you do that?
Yeah, man, no problem.
Well, how do I know when would you tell me if they worked? I've never even seen you before. I don't know your name.
I'm Korak Vandragon.
Oh, hi. I'm Quinzuman. I own a shop. I'm what
I'm
call a farrier.
I'm part of the Radiant Company. I'm sure that you've heard of us.
Oh, the Radiant Company. That sounds exciting. No, I've never heard of you.
We're kind of a big deal.
We
We have a keep and everything.
I'm the only farrier in town. I'm kind of a big deal.
Do you mean Farrier or Fletcher?
I mean,
I still
Blacksmith.
think he means Fletcher. Jesus. All of your goods are arrows. You are Fletcher.
I mean, I have horses and I do repairs on their horseshoes, but
So I would still go by Fletcher / Blacksmith occasionally. Farrier still seems so pretentious.
Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind those holy arrows.
There we go. He updated his shop name. Fletcher Blacksmith, occasionally a fairy. I think I like that name.
Barrick's gonna just facepalm.
I'd say buy them out, guys. Why not? Just arrows.
I suppose that's up to you two. I'm gonna look at Korak.
Korok's gonna try to persuade him to get a good deal so we can test out these arrows.
Give me a good deal, man.
Come on, man.
Man.
Roll with advantage.
All right, I'll
What's
roll
that?
it again. There you go.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You know, Snorak, I think you're pretty great. And I like this deal. And I think we could be partners.
Oh yeah, man.
You try them,
Totally.
and you tell me, but you have to pay. Maybe like half.
Korok shrugs. Yeah, that's fair.
But then can you like write me? That'd be good.
Korok will, actually, does Korok have any parchment? No. I'm guessing, Valorant, do you have any parchment?
The doy.
Can I borrow a piece?
No, but she can have one. She's
Oh, she's real
she just
funny.
like she just shakes her head and hands him a piece. Like stupid.
Korok will write, Dear Quinzuman at the top, and then show it to him, and then I'll put from City of Napsa, and then he'll say, I'll send this letter to you once I have my findings.
Make a perception check.
He's got a full on hat.
Yeah. You show him the letter. He kind of stares at it for a while. Then he starts to squint. Yeah, that looks real good.
Oh, buddy.
What's it say there? You feel
Oh,
very
buddy.
confident. He has no idea what you just wrote.
Taking advantage of someone who can't even read.
Korok will say, see here, it says Quinzuman. That's you. And he points at him.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew you wrote that.
I'll give you real detailed findings about how these arrows work. Then you
Good.
can make the best arrows ever.
Okay. And he's gonna shake your hand. And then I am doing math, and that's really hard.
Stop it.
15, 216.
Supposed to be having fun.
216 divided by 2 is what you have to pay. So 108 for the whole lot. I'll dump it in the party sheet.
I'll buy those holy arrows.
Holy, holy, holy.
Wow, do we
Unless
have
someone else wants them, I think making people
Holy
frightened of me would be pretty awesome.
like 10,000 gold in the party sheet? Is that what that says?
Yes, it does.
Take it from the party sheet, or I'll just pay for it.
Did I get them all? 10, 1, 5, 5.
Jesus,
1,
how do we have 10,000 gold in there?
Yeah, where did that come from?
We're rich, bitch.
You guys sold a whole lot.
I'm not rich.
You will once we distribute the party gold.
Party rich.
I don't know. Now I feel like maybe it got altered, but you know.
It
Too
could
late.
be you had the cursor in there when you were typing something out. I've done that before.
It's very possible. You know, just in case.
DM magic.
It's DM magic.
Let me make sure that.
Is anyone else interested in the holy arrows?
I
I
don't
mostly
really have
just want them
anything
for the fear.
that can shoot, but they are pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't care about the holy damage so much, but
Holy,
make-
holy, holy.
keep something from moving toward me would be pretty sweet.
I care
Secure.
about it. So, like, if you shoot at stuff, Barrick will be like, yeah. But I don't.
She's gonna give you finger eyes every single time.
But you guys should be like careful with the exploding ones. They're kind of crazy.
Is that
We'll go
rolling
with
1 through 5 on the hit roll?
It doesn't move and it blows up at your feet.
Yeah, boy.
That would be not good.
Amazing. I mean,
And the
not good.
disadvantage?
Actually, does anyone else even use a bow? Other than me and
It's
Barrick?
you and Korak.
Yeah, me and Korak, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, shit, it's me and you. You want to split this 50-50? I'll chip in 100.
Because I think
Sure, yeah.
I think Calliope uses a crossbow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or you could just do 54 is half. So that's 108.
All right.
She can actually use anything. Her lute has special strings.
But is she proficient with the bow?
Yeah.
Ah.
So she could use the arrows on her lute.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
So,
Aha.
Well then.
but I mean, you could always give her some. It's
That's true.
and just say she got it. Then we'll use DM magic. She's been here the whole time.
Just taking the holy arrows. Done. I took the holy arrows.
You guys notice that Frederick comes back. He's now staring at the mule. Your friend's pretty crazy looking.
What can I figure out about the mule, Abe? Does it look like it's okay? And the horses suck.
Yeah, you're staring at it for quite some time, and it looks like a pretty good mule compared to the horses. It's probably one of the few that could actually hold some weight.
Frederick.
I'm gonna walk back into the farrier and say, I think I want to buy the mule.
Oh, okay. How much your mule's worth?
Gosh,
Probably
I
like
mean, the last city we
2
were in, I
gold.
think it was like maybe like, yeah, was it 2.5 gold?
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I you can't really do a half. So how about 2?
Yeah. I mean, I've never sold a horse before, so 2 gold it is.
Well, how about this? Since you got the other horses there too, how about we'll take the older ones off your hands to call it 10 gold?
Yeah, I'm the most successful farrier ever. Wait,
Perfect. Well,
what did they call me again? I gotta write it down.
now you got it, man. You got it.
I'll draw a picture.
We'll give you 10 gold and take
Fletcher,
the mule and the
Blacksmith,
horses.
occasionally
Sometimes.
farrier.
Occasionally. I think you should just drop farrier. That's a personal opinion, though.
Could I put it in quotes?
Yeah, it is 100%
I
not
don't-
accurate. Do you make the arrowheads?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe it's a little accurate, she says to Barrick. Technically speaking.
I just feel that a more general blacksmith would cover everything that this gentleman does. Plus Fletcher, because he puts the feathers on the arrows.
Okay. So you owe him 10 gold for the 3 really old horses and a pretty decent looking donkey.
Worth it.
I took it out
Hello,
of my
help me.
inventory.
You guys bought me out. That's really great. I'm gonna have to build some more arrows at my Fletcher Blacksmith, occasionally a Farrier shop. Maybe I'll make some more. You should come back. Come back.
I
and
don't
see
think we will.
Quinzumi. But he has to come back. We have a deal. We're partners.
Ah, yes. He has to come back. It was good meeting you, Quinzowin.
Yeah, it was good meeting the Radiant Company. Whatever that means.
Good day to you.
Yeah, you have a good day too.
Barrick's gonna walk away,
I'm following.
kind of massaging his temples.
Yeah, so you guys head down the street. You cross over the bridge. and there looks to be an inn. It's got a hanging sign out front with a broken horseshoe. And Frederick, you would know that this building here is Halora's general shop. You had quickly kind of gone in and asked her if she sold any horses, and she pointed you back to Quinzuman.
All right. Well, I'll share that information with the party so they kind of know what's going on. Did I notice anything else when I was out and about?
Not a lot. It's a pretty quiet town, and the people that you did pass seem to be farmers. I would say the only kind of inhabitants of the town seem to be elves. There's been one or two humans, and the gnome that you saw earlier seemed to be the only gnome of in the city too.
I do want to keep an eye out for that gnome as we're walking around.
He had walked this way.
I mean, I'll kind of wander. I don't know if everybody else wants to do shopping. Or...
I think we should huddle up for a second. Because I don't know what we should do.
Are you guys
we gotta
still
find
near?
the sunken city.
Are you still near Quinn? Are you right outside of him?
If it's convenient.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, God.
The sunken city? Have you heard of it?
That... What? I mean, there's that idiot in town always talks about some place.
Did he come into our huddle? Is he in our huddle now?
Yeah. You guys are doing like a football stance, and he kind of came over and like poked into the middle of it.
Barrick's like, what's even the point of the huddle if we're just going to let anybody in?
Yeah, I didn't think this was a good idea either.
We're partners, me and Quackirk.
Do we even? I don't even know.
Oh, Sunfather.
But yeah, you could talk to that idiot. He always talks about it. He usually spends most of his day in the Broken Horseshoe Inn.
All right. Well, I say we get out of here for sure. Grab our.
I have to work today.
Barrick seems uncharacteristically cranky.
Yeah.
And he's going to kind of lean over to Valorant and say, if this guy thinks he's an idiot, is he even worth talking to?
Valorant kind of gives him like a... She just gives him a little placating, sad look and just pats him on the cheek and says, grumpy bear, if you turned away every asshole, you wouldn't have me right now. And then where would you be?
Is there a back room to this place?
No, I don't have a back room. I had the horses, and you bought them.
Yeah. Do you want to go check to see if the horses are still there for us, Farrier?
But in this case, I think you're right, Barrick.
Yeah, I'll lock them up.
Yeah, go
before you leave.
That would be great.
Before you leave, Quentin.
Yeah. Quentin.
Who is this idiot you speak of?
Oh, he's that gnome that lives here. He always rambles about some sunken city. I don't know. It's stupid.
Boom. We got a lead.
All
right.
Yeah, go
lock
the horses up for us, man.
I'll do that. I'll see you guys later. I can't wait.
Yeah, you probably won't, other than Korak.
But you guys bought my things.
That makes us customers, not friends. See ya.
Patrons at most.
He's just kind of standing there as you guys are walking away, kind of itching his head.
Well, let's bail, guys.
Barrick's going to take Valorant's cue and follow her.
You hear him go, Fletcher.
She says to Barrick as they're walking away, to answer my own question, you would be without an asshole who can do stuff like that.
Fair enough.
As Cork walks away, he's going to turn around and give Quinzuman the finger guns.
He pretends like he's been shot, but he doesn't understand why. You're real great. I like you.
Call him Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Snarakak. Karkak.
Nice.
He's still trying to figure out your name. It's fine. He'll figure it out. I'm sorry, did you just go invisible?
You're going invisible now?
No.
I'm out!
No, I forgot. I loaded that into my spell ring last night. Boom.
So you guys
Boom.
are you making your way to the broken horseshoe?
We need to find this gnome.
All right.
No.
I think the inn's the best place to start.
All right. So at the end of the road lies a kind of simple-looking shack. It's made of wooden. It's a wooden building with a poorly thatched roof. Good thing he isn't a thatcher. The room itself seems to be pretty open. As you walk in, it's immediate that this shop, this inn, may have been a repurposed blacksmith. There's still some kind of smolder marks on the floor and whatnot, but it seems to be well repurposed and well rebuilt. You see a human behind the counter, and there looks to be about 5 other patrons in the inn itself.
Hmm.
Any gnomes?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Hmm.
You getting shit for free?
That guy looks like a gnome. Wait, no. He's just sitting down.
Oh, 20
so
from
close.
You kind of skim around. At first, you see a male kind of sitting in the corner. You see a couple of dwarfs, and right as you're about to kind of give up, you do see a man kind of in the corner. His eyes kind of darting back and forth. His feet are kind of kicking in the stool that he's sitting on. Definitely seems to be the gnome that you passed this morning.
I'm going to tap Valoran on the shoulder and point to him.
All right. She looks at him expectantly for a moment. She's like, you want me to fucking talk to him?
No, I was just showing you that I
mean,
didn't
I
know if you
will.
spotted him.
Calliope
Well-
literally never lets anyone else talk.
So you guys are currently standing in the doorway.
Mm.
The innkeeper is just kind of looking at you, and the 6 of you are just kind of standing there talking.
Is Calliope with us?
Yeah.
She's just been real quiet.
Real
Any
quiet.
of you bitches know where the sunken city is?
Ooh.
Um,
Maybe it should have been me.
You see the 3 dwarves kind of look up after you were shouting and kind of immediately put their hand on their head. The barkeeper kind of rolls his eyes, and then from out of the corner, you see a tiny gnome with a walking stick. He's got a long white beard. His eyes are very piercing, and he comes hobbling over and he goes, "What do you want to know about the sunken city?"
My man. Let's go.
Everything.
Where can we
I-
find it?
How about we buy you a drink?
Well, this is an inn, and it does have drinks. Geoffrey, this man be buying me a drink.
I'm an elf, and what?
I think it's just pronounced Joffrey.
He kind of pokes you with his stick. I don't give a shite what you are.
I like this one.
This one wants to buy me something, and I say let's drink.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar while everyone else sits and give the bartender. I don't know.
You hear from
Valorant
behind
literally has
you,
never had this much money in her life, so she just like looks at a handful of coins and then looks at the bartender for a second and then says, here. And she puts a platinum on the counter and says, that should buy everyone in the bar a drink, and then a lot more drinks for my friends.
He kind of stumbles backwards for a moment. Then immediately snatches it up
Mm-hmm.
and then says, "Buckwheat porridge for everyone, as well as some good stout, I think." And then he starts kind of running around and pulls out a very old cask from underneath, corks it, and then just starts pouring drinks. So he's a maid comes out of nowhere, starts kind of delivering some porridge, and then some stout comes out.
All right.
Yummers.
Yep. Valen turns around and says, Next round's on us. Then she walks over to the table.
So, you were going to tell us about the sunken city.
I could tell so much about the sunken city. It was many moons ago I first saw her eyes. I was on a stroll.
What could it cost?
Out, out in the
Fucking
meadow.
great show.
And I came across this lake. See? And he gets kind of up in your face. And he kind of puts his hands on the table, and from the table itself seems to start illustrating the actual lake itself.
God damn it. I'm missing the magic.
The magic. And
is it magic, or is he just like scratching into the wood of the table? Ruining this poor guy's table.
No, it seems to be
magic.
Make an Arcana check.
Hell yeah, I'll make an Arcana check. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. 10.
It definitely doesn't seem to be of any kind of like magical deity. It seems to be almost nature based.
Okay.
So he continues his story.
Claire.
I was there. Well, Claire. Just in
It's
time
9:50.
9:50.
says Swift Eye from the corner. Why is she interrupting my story? Everyone knows it's 9:50. Anyway, as old Tozu was saying,
if somebody told you, Claire, that they were a farrier, what would you think that they did?
If they were a fairy?
A farrier.
Farrier?
Yeah.
I would assume that they ran a ferry, like the boat.
My girl, right there.
If they were a farrier.
Dane is so vindicated right now.
Yeah, I am so vindicated.
Like they were the captain of a ferry boat that transported passengers from one island to another island, or from the mainland to an island, or from an island to the mainland.
Now, technically,
Across a short body of water.
That would be a ferryman.
Ferryman?
A farrier is
that's a
farrier
who trims and shoes horses' hooves.
Right.
Wait,
more
what?
commonly known as a blacksmith.
Well, now he is Quinzuma. Oh God, what is his name now? I wrote it down. Fletcher Blacksmith.
But I assure you, Claire, I was right with you on that one.
Wait, like a furrier.
And like I assumed that a farrier was somebody that drove a ferry. So I made an ass of myself.
Valorant walks up to the table and is like, "Jeez, Barricker, you're still going on about this. Let the man talk."
Yeah, let the man talk.
Fine. Go.
Are you sure? Do you want to talk
Yes,
anymore
yes.
about this farrier?
No.
Everyone knows he's a goddamn Fletcher. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just.
Wait, no, a Fletcher is the person that puts the feathers on the arrows.
Thank you.
Yes, that's what
That
he
is
does.
what he should be called, because that's all he fucking sells.
I mean, did you see his horses? They're the ugliest things I've ever seen. They
Pretty
call
sure we
me
bought
the
them.
village idiot.
I mean, I can't see anything, but okay.
He kind of raps you on the head. She's right. She can't see a blasted thing.
Blind as a bat, this one.
I'm idiot blind.
So, as old Tozu was saying, I was on a walkabout, and I was just looking around, getting in touch with my, nature spirits. And I comes to this lake. And this lake was a beautiful lake. It had trees all around it and a nice campsite. And I thought, well, what the hell? I'll just sit myself down and catch some fish or two. When I sees in the water what looks to be a temple of sorts. Well, being one that can manipulate nature, I kind of opened up the water and I walked right up to it. And I tell you, you can breathe under that damn water, you can. And there's fish down there that attack you with goddamn tridents. And I ran away. Fuck that. I don't need that in my life. So I come back here and I tell the story, and then they all call me the village idiot.
That's raging penis right there.
Fish or fishmen?
Well, they had goddamn spears, they did.
Wait, you can breathe underwater without magic?
There you can.
Damn it! Why do I even prepare these spells?
I don't know if it's the whole time, but it definitely was. I parted the damn seas. Then I get up there, and it turns out I could breathe. And that's why all these idiots, and he looks at the bar, like Ugman over there, and Bali, they all think I'm an idiot. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
That gentleman's name is Ugman.
Yeah. That one over there is Urine. She's a woman. It's fine.
Urine?
Yeah.
Excuse me, did you say urine?
That'd be her name.
Barrick's gonna whisper under his breath, hate this place.
Me
Urine
too, I
Greyjoy.
I seek adventure.
Urine
This town's
Greyjoy.
killing me slowly.
Well, you want to come with us?
But is killing you softly?
Killing me softly with
I mean-
its stupidity.
I do know the way.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like we found a guide. Who has a raging boner? What's going on here?
Noah, apparently.
All right.
Good job, Noah.
I got a raging clue.
I mean, there's ways we can get there pretty quickly. I am, I have ways if you want.
So, that
What
sounds awesome.
kind of ways?
Well, magical ones, kid.
Obviously magic, Barrick.
Oh, I forgot. You guys didn't even get to see what he looks like.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, we need.
Oh
Yep,
my
there he
God.
is. There he is. Yep. Before
Looks like
we
a deep gnome. Is he a deep gnome?
He's
Looks
an
like it.
angry little gnome.
Angry little deep gnome.
oh gray skin,
How tall is he?
He's about 2.5 feet.
Marnab height.
Marnab height.
Marnab was
ass
exactly
height.
2 feet, so he's taller than Marnab.
Oh, he's a
Oh.
tall little gnome.
Oh, he is not Marnab height.
Do you have any other relatively sane people that you would suggest we maybe gather provisions from before we leave? Because that farrier was he was a little extra.
Yeah. They call me the village idiot. See one goddamn temple. Well,
It's grumpy.
Alora
Grumpy
sells
and
general
no.
stuff. I know she's got some healing potions, but other than that, she's pretty useless for adventurers like you. But that's about it, to be honest. This town's pretty... Well, your town's shit! And he kind of shouts over to the rest of the area. You can tell they are just fed up with
Not
Tozu.
going to disagree with that.
I like this guy, right? And he kind of wraps you on your armor. Speaks the truth, he does. Call this an inn. There's one goddamn bed in the back, Geoffrey. It's Jeff.
The sooner we get to this sunken temple, this hidden temple, the better.
Valoran likes this guy.
He's gonna
She's
lean
in
in
no
and
rush
go,
she's in no rush to get this guy away from these people.
He's gonna lean in and go, the choices are yours, and yours alone.
I call Blue Barracudas.
Oh man, you're old and
Yeah.
powerful and an asshole.
Yes.
Ah. There's a light behind Valoran's eyes.
Yep. Yeah, and I could do this too. And he puts his hand out, and a whole bunch of berries kind of appear, and he just starts to eat them. They be good berries, they be.
Are
You
those
want
the
some
kind
good
of berries?
berries?
Are those the kind that make you shit your pants?
No, they're the kind that heal you if you want, but they also taste pretty good.
Can you make the kind that make you shit your pants?
I mean, I probably could.
I would say give one to Ugman. That's just me.
Give one to Urine.
Ooh, yeah.
Barrick's gonna stand up. The temple. Please, take us there now.
Like right now? You guys paid like $100 for stuff. That guy charges like 5 copper pieces a meal. I saw what you slipped that barkeep.
I think Barrick has a powerfully strong need to smite some people.
Oh,
You have no idea.
I like this one. Well, I need a big tree.
I'm sorry?
Big tree.
If we want to get there, I need a big tree.
You do tree magic.
Let's go outside.
Well, yeah. What else
You know
do
what
you think I would do?
Where's a tree big enough that you need? You know
Valor
this
and
city better than us.
I'm going to let you handle this one.
I mean, I
Tree
guess
magic.
we could go, out to the forest. It's not too far from here.
Barrick's just going
Wizards?
to kind of hold back and follow whoever.
See, Barrick, wizards
out of
use
my-
real magic,
I'm out of
and
my element.
some other people use, tree magic.
I'm pretty sure they're called druids.
This one be
Right.
smart. The rest of you be idiots.
Yeah.
Go
I'd
ahead,
be
tree
a
magic
druid.
person.
So, to a large tree, I suppose, then.
We're following you, old asshole.
I'm assuming you know some
And he
Some-
slaps you.
large trees.
Well, let's go past that idiot first. That farrier.
Oh, please,
Um,
dear son, father, no.
So you guys make it out of the bar.
Yep.
Are you stopping at Halora's, or are you just going to find the big tree?
That sounds like we probably don't need to if it's just a general store. Unless
Yeah,
you guys
he
want
said
some healing
it's
potions.
mostly general
Unless she's
store
got some
and
kind
she's-
of insight that we need. I don't think so.
It's up to you. What are we doing?
Let's go
Let's
to
go
the
find
tree.
that big fucking tree.
All right, so you guys.
Gabe, I swipe a table knife.
Yep, very successful.
Sleight of hand.
So you guys make your way, and you get close to Quinzumin, and he's up top of his actual shop, kind of painting what looks to be an arrow and a blacksmith iron. And then there's two dots that he's working on, and you feel pretty confident that something like a horseshoe is coming next. And he goes, "Hey guys, hey, your horses are in the back when you're ready to go. Are you going? Hey, Tozu, how are you? Jesus, this guy. Can we just get the fuck out of here?
I agree
Tozu,
with
it's really
Tozu.
great seeing you. These guys are real good. They bought me out of all my stuff."
I'm going to whisper to Korak. You're the reason that we will have to continue contact with this man. I hope you know that.
Did you know they call themselves a Radiant Company? That's really cool. Frederick has just gone and gotten the mule and 3 horses. They are not the best things in the world,
But utterly dominated.
but dominated. He dominated the shit out of them.
Is one of them smoking a cigarette?
Yes. He also said if we get to the body of water, he wants to see if one of the older horses can swim.
What is going on with
He
Frederick?
said it will probably sink, but that'll be fine. It was cheap.
What the hell is happening to us?
It's the best Radiant Company ever. Slightly duller than normal, but it's fine. So, you guys leave the horses. The little gnome, though old, and clearly not wearing shoes, very quickly kind of stumps out of town. He talks longer about some adventures he's gone on. Barrick, you are very interested in this story ending rather quickly, and then you kind of look up, and there is a giant tree, like one of the biggest trees that you may have ever seen, kind of on the edge of a forest, and Tozu kind of stops, and he slams down his staff, and he turns around and he goes, "Well, we be here. Y'all ready to go?"
He wasn't kidding.
"Well, no, it's a big tree."
So do we chop it down and build a boat?
"Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Oh, okay.
Who?
The thing with Paylor and the people. Okay, so here's what you do. I'm gonna call on the plants. You're gonna walk through this tree, and we'll be there.
What
But
kind
you
of
got-
tree is it?
Boy, it's a tree. Just look at it. It's got the leaves and the. I'm not.
Swift Eye's gonna just run her hand over her eyes sarcastically.
Listen, in another life, I was a druid. I would have known what kind of fucking tree this was.
Look, I'm not the best druid in the world. I kind of had a falling out with the tree people. They're trees. I mean, come on.
Is it a fir tree?
It looks to be some kind of like maybe tall pine. It's definitely a fir in nature.
Oh, I know what I can do. I would like to roll a nature check to see if I know what kind of tree this is. Boom, bitches.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Oh, yeah.
Will you share? Are you going to share
Obviously,
with the rest of the
that's a northern three-pronged pine.
Oh, of course, everyone knows it's a three-pronged pine. I just don't feel like telling people that.
Well, northern.
Northern, yeah, got it. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna light this tree up, and we're gonna walk through it. But you got about 6 seconds. So if you're too short,
You're going to light the tree on fire.
No, I'm gonna light it up. It'll glow a little bit.
I pick up a handful of needles and I'm going to put them in Swift Eye's hand. See?
I would like to smell them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
you smell
pine fresh.
them. They're very refreshing.
Nice. I'm going to put them in my pockets.
A pine saw.
Good. You have about 9 needles. Your hands are slightly
What?
sticky now.
Gonna add that to my inventory.
They're 9 needles from a 3. What was it? A 3-pronged pine?
Northern.
Northern.
Northern three-pronged pine.
I can't wait for like 10 sessions from now, and you're like, what the hell are these needles from? This is bullshit.
No, I'm gonna use them to make tea one day.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
Are they psychedelic?
All druids
Obvious.
know they're psychedelic. Come on. So, are you
Actually,
ready?
that's the southern
I'm
one
gonna-
that's psychedelic.
Oh jeez. Okay. So I'm gonna use
adjust-
this tree. Are you
I
ready?
adjust my glasses.
He's gonna kind of pull on his beaded beard.
Cork will take a sprinting stance. I'm ready.
Ah, see, this one's smart. That one's smart right there.
Wonder what happens if I misty step through your portal. That would probably cause like a rift in time space, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll just run. It's fine. I'll just run.
What's your DC?
I don't even have it prepared. Doesn't matter. It's
Oh, he rolled a natural 1. He tried to whack you in the head with his staff and missed. He's a lot shorter than what he'd believed to be.
Oh yeah, my AC is 18.
Yeah, he failed horribly. You don't portal into someone's tree. That's just stupid. Idiots. Okay. Are you ready? You don't look ready. That one looks ready. You guys don't look ready.
Ready.
I cross my arms.
Okay.
Pardon me.
That one's probably going to miss the portal, but here goes. And he kind of slams down the staff and reaches out, and his whole being kind of glows for a moment, and his beard kind of pulls out and lifts like there's no gravity kind of pulling him down. And then immediately, the trunk of the tree opens up, and you can see immediately on the other side what looks to be a clearing, and he immediately steps through.
I immediately say, "Swift, I go," because I don't know that she would know. I point her in the right direction.
I just run as fast as I can.
Nice. Roll a perception check.
I'll run beside her,
Okay.
but I say go. Yeah.
Okay.
Boom. Did I
Yeah,
do it?
Yeah, you get through the other side. You have a pulling sensation, and then like a strong pushing, and then you immediately kind of get pushed out through.
That's Barrick's reaction.
You get pushed out through, and your feet starts to hit almost a different soil, and then you feel Valerian kind of pull you back, and you stop before you would hit the tree line. The rest of you, I'd imagine, Korak kind of takes off like a runner. He was prepared. The rest of you kind of follow suit. Let's see how well the 3 horses do. we're gonna do a strength check.
They're just gonna die.
Yeah. So the donkey gets through fine, and one horse, and then half of a horse.
Oh no!
Oh, which half?
Ah, I told you to be
Yeah.
quick. Look at that horse. I mean, I think it looks better now, but look at it. Just the front half, really. It's the back is gonna be against that tree. That's gonna
Valor
be
vomits.
gross. Ah, that's gross. Frederick just stares at it. He now has one mule, one horse,
And half a horse.
and a half a horse. One half
That-
horse.
Is that half horse dying?
Oh God! Why does your magic work like that?
I told you it
Oh.
was 6 seconds.
Tree magic is awful.
It's definitely living.
That poor creature.
You don't think it's going to be living long.
Huh.
Swift Eye wants to. She's gonna pet it and shush it. Shh, shh, shh.
Barrick's gonna put it out of its misery.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
I'm
say
gonna-
it's
I'm gonna-
pretty.
Roll my animal. Ooh, I handled that so well.
Oh yeah, it's not
Barrick.
handling it well.
Shh,
Barrick's
shh,
gonna
shh.
hammer time it,
God.
but with mercy.
Which horse was that? Are those our horses?
No, you guys
No,
brought
no,
horses
God.
from Quinzuman.
God,
They were
Yeah.
horrible
That would really-
horses.
really suck.
You
us
probably
out of
did it a
vision.
favor, and with a quick smash, the horse, being shushed by Swift Eye, ceases to move.
Shh, shh,
I'm gonna make the sign of Pelor.
shh, shh, shh.
Say all creatures belong to the Sun Father.
Oh, that one. Ugh. Ugh.
And I'm gonna help Swift Eye up. Come, it's done now.
I'm still shushing the entire way. A little tear falls from my eye.
Wow. Did not,
Guys,
did not
someday
expect this to go this
I'm
way.
going to have teleportation magic, and I promise I will never, ever intentionally do that kind of thing to you.
Intentionally?
I mean, that was funny. I'll tell you that much.
Not really.
I mean,
Aren't you
old
supposed to
Kind of
be a
druid, are you?
druid?
I mean, out of character here. Most druids know what a fucking tree is called.
it's a tree.
Plus, you're all super cool about this horse, this beast being killed by your magic.
Ah. Nah, it's going back to nature, it is. It'll be fine.
Jesus,
we
made a terrible decision.
Oh, man. That shit was funny.
As an aside, Valorant whispers to Swift Eye, I don't want to be that kind of old asshole. I mean, you're going to be super dead by the time I'm that old, but in case you're not, don't let me be that kind of old asshole.
Don't worry, I'll let you be a different kind of old asshole.
Thanks.
Well, speaking of assholes, here we are, assholes. This be the place.
I think that gift still applies.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're at a lake.
You are. Everyone make a perception check.
Oof.
Check out those rolls, y'all.
Making a what? Check
Oh,
perception, eh?
Did we lose Ben?
Yeah, he had to go pick someone up at the airport.
Yeah.
Can we just talk
What
about
a kind
what's,
deed.
what's going on with Frederick and horses? Nobody's gonna talk about that.
Nope. It's good. It's good.
He's gonna let that.
It's not.
Let that go. Huh?
It's not intervention time yet.
All right.
He's not hurting anyone, Barrick. It's fine.
Donkeys are fair
Said
game
that
too,
horse.
apparently.
Oh man.
Unidentified map image.
National Geographic World. All right. That black thing is half a horse.
Okay.
Just got blood out. There we go. Frederick has pulled the other horses over here. That's Tuzo. Yeah, so you damn. Yeah, you all notice your at the lake. Must be the one that he described. There is a campsite. The actual campfire itself has long since been put out. Nothing seems to kind of stay there. These seem to be very old trees. Looking around, though, you notice that here is the remnants of a path. Korak, Valoran, and Swift Eye, you notice that this seemed to be a path that was not, kind of forged over time of walking on or riding on. This seemed to be of a paved road. And Korak, you're going to notice that kind of in the trees themselves, there seems to be kind of remnants of a wall here or there. They're very old, kind of crumbled, but it does give you kind of remnants of an old city that has long since overgrown.
Do I have any idea what the city might be?
No,
Good
this
roll.
is the farthest north you have been. But with the stories you've heard and a couple of mentions of a sunken city, you feel that this could be that place.
I'm searching the campsite for loose change.
Oh damn. You find 2 copper pieces.
Fuck yes.
But you definitely notice that this had been slept here, and looking around, you notice that this seemed to be almost like a hunter's campsite. Kind of looking around the grounds, you see what looks to be maybe some places someone would have hung up a tanning rack. Some building materials kind of show that it may have just been a hunter's campsite.
Huh. Okay.
Hasn't been used in some time.
Everyone gather up. I wanna cast something.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start casting as a ritual. Water breathing, just in case. So she pulls out a reed, like a water reed, and she starts tracing a pattern on the ground and in front of the air, in front of everyone. And after about 10 minutes of this ritual,
You don't duplicate them so we can use them Looney Tunes style.
nope. This is going to last for 24 hours. But it takes 10 minutes, so stuff, she's occupied for the next 10 minutes, and any talking happens.
While you're doing that, Tozu is going to look at you and go, okay. And he stamps down his staff, and he too is going to cast a spell. And from kind of like his staff, it's an old piece of a tree. It starts to almost like regrow for a moment. Swift Eye, you sense the actual wind change for a moment, and then it kind of draws back. The rest of you kind of look at each other for a moment, and you almost seem to kind of fade into the shadows as people are looking at you. And he just casts Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's a good one.
For an hour, you all have +10 to your stealth checks. And he goes, well, there it be. While she's doing whatever it is she's doing, I could tell you a story about when I first came here. It was a good time. Or I could just go sleep under this tree. It's up to you.
Tell us about the first time you came here.
It was a beautiful day. I came out here looking for these poachers, and he kind of kicks some things at the ground. And I was out here communing with the spirits of trees. And after some time, and he kind of
Why did you
over
say
here.
it like that?
Because they're trees. That's what they are.
Trees.
What kind of trees were they?
Well, that one over there, and he points out, that one's a dead one. That's a dead tree. And this one, that's a tree with a horse sticking out of it.
Oh God.
Those are the trees that we see. So, anyways, it was midsummer, and it was a nice time. And after I'd done dispatched these poachers, killing animals for fun, that's ridiculous. I mean, that was fun over there. And he points back to the horse. I came up here to kind of wash the mud off of me and get ready to leave. When I looked out, and I saw a temple, and it was odd sort of temple, and that was before I heard rumors of this sunken city that the gods were angry about and sunk it, or I don't know, they're hiding some object. Who flippin' knows? But I says to myself, well, there could be some treasure down there, and old Tozu, well, he's, kind of fallen on some hard times, so I could use the money, and I swam out there after kind of moving some water around, and that's when I was attacked by some underwater folks. They had tridents, and one kind of reminded me of a hag. It was a little strange. She'd be living under there, but inside the building, there's no water. Well, when I started being attacked, I realized I may be powerful, but I'm not stupid. And I came back and told the whole town, and that's why they branded me an idiot. So there you go. That's what happened. Are you done with your spell yet?
Am I done with myself yet?
Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes.
Nice. Yep. She says, "Nah, yeah, I finished everyone but you.
Ah,
I'm just fucking with you.
that's
I
fine.
I even did the horses. I am going to cast Alter Self on myself. That's one of my new ones. So I'm going to use Aquatic Form. It's a concentration spell. And how do I do this? How do I do spell?
How I do spell.
There I do. Yeah. So that's a second level. It's concentration. I'm giving myself aquatic form. So I have gills and webbing between my fingers. I can breathe underwater and gain a swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
Well, that's fancy.
Yeah, I have webbed. Actually, she takes off her shoes, and so she has webbed feet and hands now.
That's right. Who needs shoes? They're useless.
Yeah, it's the water breathing is non-concentration, so for the next 24 hours, everyone can breathe water and air.
Boom. Breathe them both. Does that include the horses?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I got the horses too, just in
good.
case.
Frederick is going to take this one over here and see if it swims.
Nice. I will,
It
just so everyone knows,
sinks.
nice. Just so everyone knows, some weapons are just real bad underwater. That's why, like, fishers use spears and stuff. So, like, I'm not sure about your sword, Korak, but probably going to be pretty hard to swing underwater. She shrugs.
Who's got trident?
Oh, why do I feel like Calliope does?
I do.
Oh, do
I
you?
have a trident.
Oh, that's where it's at.
Trident of fish.
Yeah.
And I have some corkscrew arrows.
Am I remembering that right, Abe? That, like, non-piercing weapons have disadvantage or something underwater?
Yeah, I will have to reevaluate, but yes,
Underwater
I believe it
combat.
does.
Water combat.
Oh, that's right. You do have the Trident of Fish command.
Hell yeah. Attune that shit.
I used that on the frog.
Yeah, that's right.
You did.
The frog that Frederick knew so much about. Frogs and horses.
He's really good.
We're learning more and more about Frederick every day.
Tozu is he's gonna kind of look at the party and go, well, I guess I'll wait here. I might as well deal with that horse. It deserves a proper barrier, it does. I'll be over here.
All right, that's a little more druidy of you.
What's that?
Nothing.
That's right. Talking about those damn trees. This is called a horse tree. Kind of starts dragging the corpse away.
Valoran just mouths to Beric, "That's not what it's called."
You guys see Frederick trying to make this horse kind of go back into the water again to swim. He's very unsuccessful at it.
Sure. All right. Well, shall we?
Let's shall.
All right. So as you guys kind of make your way closer to the water, everyone make a perception check.
I love my hot
Stir up the water.
bar. First thing I did with this hot bar is drag perception down to it.
That was a good idea.
Swift Eye, this will. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I was gonna say this is not gonna involve. This will involve the seeing.
Ugh. You know what? That's just not.
That's racist.
That's not sensitive
It's
to the
not cool.
handicapped.
Yeah. So you
Ableist.
notice that the water itself is a pretty nice temperature. It's got a pretty nice steady current. Just kind of seems to be moving in a constant motion. Not hard or anything. And the ground itself is, squishy. You're kind of a couple of steps in. You notice a couple of fish kind of swim by. Everyone else kind of looks out. You see some stones or something underneath. Beric, you're kind of searching around, and then all of a sudden, the clouds kind of shift. The sun kind of illuminates, and there's this that comes down out of the sky, almost like Paylor himself is kind of directing you where to go. And you see the remnants of what looks to be a sunken temple. Outside seems to be two statues of sorts. There seems to be a pathway leading in, and from this distance, you even surprise yourself. You can see what looks to be two very large doors.
I have a question
Yes.
about plate armor in the water.
You gonna sink.
Good thing
Which is fine. Can I just walk on the lake floor in my plate armor?
Yeah. I mean, especially now that you can breathe underwater, it would probably be good that you're now going to sink.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I'll do. I will start walking toward.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'm tying a rope around my waist, and I'm saying, Swift Eye, we probably won't be able to talk to each other under the water, so why don't you take this so that we don't get separated? And then she hands her the other end of the rope.
I'm gonna tie that to my ankle. I will tie it to her ankle and nod.
Beric, you also notice that Frederick has a very interesting gleam in his eye. And he is
he looking at a horse at the moment?
Frederick, you are glowing.
He is looking at a horse. Yes. He mounts this horse.
I'm going to get on that horse.
And he rides it into the water.
Jesus.
And it worked.
We're gonna have to talk about this. We're gonna have to talk about this.
Does it sink?
Yep.
The horse sinks.
He's wearing armor. It's gonna.
Jeez, oh man.
Yeah, they slowly walk under the water.
Oh my god.
Rest of you swimming underwater. Beric, you notice that it's getting rather deep rather quickly. You're probably a good 20 feet underwater, just a couple feet out.
Am I starting to feel a pressure?
Surprisingly not.
Ah.
People in the streets.
Valoran, make a Arcana.
All right.
It's the best part of that song. Valoran, Arcana check.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems magical in existence.
Sure.
You imagine that looking around, the area doesn't seem necessarily like it was sunken, as it was like filled with water. It seems more kind of looking around that some kind of magical presence pulled it underneath, and that presence may be keeping it there. Could be the reason why you don't feel weird kind of walking into it. Or riding in on a horse.
Mm-hmm. So the temple itself looks magical.
Yeah, there seems to be almost like a humming, like a magical glow kind of emanating this entire area.
Maybe pulled underwater. Okay. She keeps all of this to herself. Well, you guys hear mumbling under the water. Do I have a level of exhaustion, BTW?
You do. I'm sorry. Yeah, we agreed that
Yeah,
you
I'm
could learn
sorry,
more,
too.
but you have it.
Cool. That's fine. It's just disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yeah, it's probably cool.
I should have had disadvantage on all this stuff.
That's fine. You're gonna get you take
actually, if
34 points of damage.
Dead. Just dead. Yeah, so I'll be pulling. Actually, I'm probably moving faster than Swift Eye, so she might actually even just like grab Swift Eye's hand and swim and kick along, since I have full movement speed underwater.
Good.
Because I realize it wouldn't help very much if I'm moving twice as fast as Swift Eye, and she's tied at the ankle, and I'm just dragging her behind.
You mean it would absolutely work?
It'd be amazing. Yeah, is this maybe a good place to pause for the night if we're losing Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick.
Do a thing.
Who's leading this way?
I probably will be. I'm probably the fastest, so I can lead. I'm real tanky too. Do it.
I'll put Swift Eye beside you. Calliope.
Shit. Just close that map.
Frederick. That's alright, I'm about to load another one.
Nice.
Also, that map I built in 5 minutes.
That's awesome.
It was real good. I built that shit. That's my build-up map.
It's a good map.
Have you guys seen this?
Seen what?
Yeah, the pressure reminded me of it. Go to Discord.
Ah, dancing in the streets with no lyrics? Yes.
Oh my god, it's so amazing.
It's my favorite.
So
Watch it right now.
Oh, good.
All right, there we go. Yeah, this will be a good place to stop. But you guys are outside what looks to be some kind of sunken temple, and
Shit.
so good.